Hello and welcome back to Activate Magnetic Love Tarot. And today is October 2nd, 2018, and we're doing a reading for the Sacral Chakra. The Sacral Chakra is a beautiful orange flower of life and supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Information on the decks I'm using will be in the description, as well as my offerings will be down below. Please do me a big old favor and hit that like button, subscribe, yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's been a very long day, but I'm called to do these readings daily, so even if they're not perfect, I'm committed to showing up. So here we go. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the Sacral Chakra. And actually, that's how long of a day it's been. Let's go ahead and get rooted in our Sacral Chakra first. So just go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Allowing any resistance in your body to just fade. Just allowing yourself to receive this beautiful orange flower of life just under your belly, just over your sex organs. Just feel that wonderful energy deep within you, and as you connect with that beautiful orange sacral chakra, just notice it expand beautifully all around you. As it guides you, protects you, heals you, nurtures you, bathes you in its beautiful, beautiful blessing of connection to the flow of your desires, your creative power to manifest success and abundance in your life. Just opening up and saying thank you for this wonderful energy and allowing it to just fill you up, ground and support you and bless you. Wonderful. All right, let's begin. So I'm going to do 3 cards, and again, this is just following my intuition of my spirit that wants to just share and connect daily. Please excuse my son, he's about to make some noise in the next room. I have a beautiful son, I love him very much, but he's a teenager, so if you hear a giant thumping in the next room, I've got a not little, but a giant in the next room known as my son. I love him very much. Alright, here we go. Sacral Chakra. So the first card is going to be the blessing of the Sacral Chakra. And sometimes I'll just wait for it to pop out. And sometimes I'll just grab a card, whatever my intuition guides me to do. There we go. Found it. Interesting. This was with us yesterday, if you were here with us yesterday. But that was the challenge, and now it's the blessing. So very good. Looks like we did our homework yesterday and transformed our challenge and created, wow, look at this, the blessing. And now this is the challenge, which I find interesting. This is a very exciting challenge, and it really makes sense. But I'll dive into it in just a moment. And then the advice. A few cards came out. I'm going to just wait for just one card to come out. It's taking the time to really connect. Oh, interesting. The advice. Huh. All right, let's go for it. We're diving in. All right, starting out with the blessing, which is the High Priestess, which was in the challenge position yesterday, but now it is the blessing. So your sacral chakra is all about your personal desire and your creative abilities to create what it is that you want. And the high priestess as the blessing is by really connecting to that inner wisdom. You can be the artist of your life by diving deeper than the surface. You can find that wisdom that only you have. And by connecting to that wisdom that only you have, and we all have it. It's not like we're all unique snowflakes, but but that's something, that's a gift, right? That's a gift for us to share, is our unique identity with one another. And by going beyond the surface and going deeper into that inner wisdom within, you really then can kind of connect with that signature you that you're meant to share. And when you connect to the signature you that you're meant to share, it really is a blessing to everybody, and it's a celebration. Like when we shine our star, we then invite beautiful constellations into our lives, and also ignite others to shine their own unique identity and that star within them. And that's when life gets so much more interesting, is when we're all really kind of getting up to bat and bringing why we're here on this planet to the table to offer it. But the only way you get there is to dive deep into that signature you and really get clear on what is important to you, what really matters to you, what do you want to connect with and create and manifest? What part of your desire do you want to look back on your deathbed and go, wow, I'm so glad I shared that and I experienced that in this lifetime? That's the blessing here, is to be able to be on your deathbed and look back and go, wow, I really, I want to say shake, rattled, and rolled, but whatever that means to you, I really, really stepped in to why I'm on this planet, and I brought it. I brought it out and I shined that light. And that's what the blessing is that sharing your desires and by connecting to that personal desire that's unique to you, not trying to fit into someone else's expectation of you or society's expectation of you, but your, like, what's unique to you, what's your passion, your desire, your creativity, and bringing that signature out into the open. And that's the blessing of the sacral chakra. Can we just say thank you for that? Like, how amazing is that? I'm getting very excited by this. Can you tell? All right, we're going to move on to the challenge, which is the Ace of Pentacles, which, oh, I love the Ace of Pentacles. It's so fantastic. So the Ace of Pentacles is like a windfall. It's like anything's possible. It's like you've got a hand on that gift, that what we were just talking. It's like you're holding your sacral chakra in your hand, and that's the challenge, is asking you to like touch it, feel it, create it in the physical world. Don't just have it be an idea in the back of your head that turns into a someday forever down the road. But why don't we bring it? That's the challenge. It's asking you to bring it into the here and the now and the tangible, to touch it, make it real, to feel it from the imaginary to this earthly plane. And that's what it's asking us, and that's a beautiful thing too. And I think it's saying, you know what, it may seem like a challenge, it may seem like it's floating high above the sky, but really it's reachable. It's reachable. It's going all the way down to the ground, and you just need to connect into that, your sacral chakra, and connect to it. And anything's possible if you stand in your place of power, personal power and desire. It's also your sexuality, your sensuality, and being able to like touch that joy, feel that joy, share that joy, cultivate that joy, grow that joy, and share it unashamedly. And that's another challenge, for a lot of us, and the conditions of the conditioning we've had to, whether it's religious, political, or just like the belief systems handed on from generation to generation of what pleasure is meant to be and not meant to be, and what's okay and what's not okay. I think that as long as we're respectful of our own selves, which I think is something that we're needing to focus on healing a little bit more, because we've I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but it's coming through, so I'm going to go trust it. But we've been kind of trained into this just like, am I even recording this? Okay, good. We've been trained into this like sex and violence routine, and I don't know if that's the real prize. I think that the real prize is a sexuality that turns us on all levels. I think a lot of people go into sexuality with their armor on and aren't even touching that gold transformative alchemy of connection and sexual activation of truth within, when we're just on the surface. Again, coming back to the high priestess, going deeper than just the surface, and understanding that there's gold and there's alchemy in that. And it's okay to feel pleasure and to share pleasure, and even if it's just by yourself. So that's a wonderful healing thing to do, is to love yourself sexually, sensually, in a way that honors you, and to explore how that can activate your creativity and your expand that awareness into all of your desires. That's how we came to be, is an orgasm, and I think that's a beautiful thing, and you can use that to heal your body, your mind, your spirit, and your intimate relationships, and it's a beautiful thing. That wanted to come through, and I'm welcoming it. All right, so moving on to the advice, which, oh God, this is, when I first pulled it, I was like, oh, a little thrown off, or like, oh, what does this mean? But I get it, and it's beautiful. And the advice is that you don't have to be a damsel in distress. You don't have to be, and you could be a guy in distress too. It's not just a damsel, You don't have, like, sometimes we feel tied up and up against a wall. And here you can't really see how easily it is for her to get out of there, but generally, let's see there, so she's tied up with a sword, so she could just carefully rub up against that sword and release her from that and pull off the blindfold. And so often we get kind of connected into victim consciousness, and we feel trapped. And rightfully so, sometimes we are trapped, but most of the times we're not connecting to our personal power to, be the answer that we're seeking. We're waiting for an outside source to come and rescue us, when in fact, there's 8 swords that we can use as tools to transform the situation, but instead we're allowing it to be mental conflict, and we're staying stuck. And the advice here is to free yourself and connect to your sacral chakra. Open up to that personal power within you. Activate it. Feel pleasure, feel happiness, feel safe. Explore your inner wisdom and your inner desires. And a lot of the times we're so on this kind of hamster wheel that we've been handed on many levels as a society, that of course we feel trapped, but that's the thing. It's like these preconceived ideas of what life is and what we're supposed to do and all of that. That's that's something that, you know, every generation has to deal with, but it's a choice at the same time. We don't have to walk in alignment with limited thinking or mindsets or old, like this building. It reminds me of a mental institution, or, you know, old controlling ways of the church or government. You know, it's like you don't have to let the past and or limiting ideas anyone has given you trap you, because you can use your intellect in a way that doesn't trap you and get on that addiction loop of victimization, but instead use your intellect to cut away. Woo! Wow, look at that. We cut away right off of the... All right. Welcome to my channel. So yeah, you know, I'm just going to roll with it. Cut away what doesn't serve you and step into your personal desires for what you want in your life, because you're the one who's going to have to look back on your deathbed and you know, it's so much better to like look at the lessons you learned than the regrets. So yeah, go ahead and embrace your true power and touch what it is that you really want. Like, connect to that desire. Know it's okay to have desires. You don't have to just fulfill every role you've been told to carry and wear. You can listen to that desire deep within you. And when you do, the answer is there, and you just have to give yourself time to enjoy that pleasure of enjoying who you are as that unique snowflake, or that unique star, whatever symbolism you want to use here. But yeah, go ahead and touch that desire of yours and share it with us, because we're excited to support you and to see how much you just blow us away with your creativity and what you came here to do in this lifetime. So go get it, man or woman. Okay, cool. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful action-packed camera popping out in the middle of my reading, sacral chakra reading, and I will be back tomorrow for another reading, and I will see you then. Please hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment. I love connecting with my humanity, and that's why I'm here, showing up right here, right now. If you'd like to learn more about my offerings, just check the description, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Be more than well.